Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my lovelies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today is going to be my middle of the year roundup. All of the products that I have been absolutely loving so far this year. We're gonna do like the best two, three, like top two, top three in each category. Well, in each category that I had favorites in. So I am very, very excited. It will probably be a little bit longer of a video, so I hope that you guys have just a little while to sit back, relax, hang out with me for a moment, and let's go ahead and dive right into some really fantastic mostly drugstore makeup. So the first thing I want to talk about is, let's talk about tools and get that out of the way. So the brand that I discovered this year, so far this year, that I am absolutely in love with is Jessup brushes. Now this is part of the Jessup bamboo brush set. I get this off of Amazon for $13.99. It is a set of 15 brushes. They're fantastic. The quality is superb, super soft and fluffy. They pick up product like a dream. They work great with both matte and shimmer shadows. They're just fantastic. I love the way that they feel in the hand. I love the way that they feel on the eye. They're just really, really good. Speaking of the eyes, if you guys are wondering what is on my face today, I did make sure to do a TikTok on that. I'll have the link for that in the description box below, along with all the products that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. And of course, if you have any questions about what I'm talking about or what I used on my face, all you have to do is leave me a comment and I will get back to you. These brushes are fantastic. I love them very, very much. They're just, you cannot beat price and quality. So fantastic. When it comes to lips, I had a couple of different formulations that I wanted to touch on. First of which being the Maybeline Vinyl Ink Liquid Lipsticks. These are just fantastic. They are beautifully long wearing, but they're comfortable and lightweight. They're not drying. The color is beautiful and fully saturated. They're fantastic. One swipe pigmentation. This is in the shade number 100, Charmed. It is just a super gorgeous kind of neutral nudie color. That's it right there. They're phenomenal. I love these so very much. They smell good. They smell like a vanilla cupcake. They're just yummy. All in all, really fantastic formula. They did raise in price just a little bit. Just like everything else is raising in price right now. These used to be $10 a piece. They are now $12.99, which is kind of insane for a Maybelline lipstick, but it is what it is. These are fantastic. If you're looking for a super comfortable, very long wearing liquid lipstick formulation, these are so good. They are transfer resistant, transfer proof as well. Once they dry down, they really don't budge. They stay glossy for, I want to say, maybe about an hour, 2 hours. And then they kind of, the glossiness kind of goes away and they give you kind of a, I want to say like a demi matte kind of satin finish on the lips. Really beautiful. I love these so much. I literally have every single color that these come available in because they're just, I love them that much. I also really love the shade Golden. I think that is a super beautiful, super nude kind of mid-tone peach color that goes with it's perfect for summer. I love these so very much. I also really enjoy these right here. So this is what I'm wearing today. This is the Wetnwild Rose Comforting Lip Color. This is in the shade Biscotti Mommy. Yeah, this is in the shade Biscotti Mommy. It is just a really beautiful, super glossy, super comfortable kind of light sheer pink color. They don't have a lot of pigmentation to them, but they're just so pretty. So that's it swatched right there. It is stunning. They look so pretty and juicy and luscious on the lips. They almost have like a cushiony feel to them. It's almost like a balmy lip gloss in a stick. It's got a little bit of stickiness and tackiness to it, not in an uncomfortable kind of like slimy way. It just has enough stick to it that it really sticks on the lips and stays for a good long while, especially for it being such a glossy kind of formula like that, like a balmy formula. It has a really great staying power on the lips. I love these. These are perfect on their own. They're perfect with a lip liner. They're perfect to put over something else if you wear a matte lipstick and you feel like you need just a little bit of a shine in the center of the lips. These are fantastic. They come in a really great color variety. There's lots of really beautiful colors to choose from. They also have a clear version of this, which I absolutely adore. I love to pop that on top of matte lipsticks. It is so pretty. They feel so nice on the lips, and one of the biggest reasons that I enjoy these as much as I do is because they don't migrate. So I have a big problem with my lip products trying to sneak out the corners of my mouth. I call it my bat wings. They kind of like to flood the outer corners of my mouth and just kind of like flood my lip line, and it looks gross. If I don't check sometimes, or if I wear the wrong lip product, I'll end up with like kind of like little creases of lipstick on my outer corners, and it's really not cute. It is not something that I enjoy at all. These do not do that though, because they have that great amount of slight tackiness to them. They really just stay wherever you put them. So fantastic, and that is really rare for a formulation like this. I am not super crazy about the packaging of this because it doesn't twist down, so be sure. And it is a very it's a very soft formulation, so don't go pressing on your lips. This is so good though. I don't enjoy that you can't twist it down, so just be careful that you don't twist it up too much. But y'all, so good. On top of that, these are only like $5. How much are these? $5.29 at Ulta. Absolutely worth every single penny of that. Love it so very much. Let's talk about like pigments, like loose pigments really quickly, because I only have two to mention. The first of which being the new Moira Super Hyped liquid pigments. Guys, these are fantastic. These go for $7 a piece. Really great color range to choose from. She's got everything from white to black to red to yellow to green. Lots of really gorgeous colors. I do prefer the matte shades over the glittery shades. I feel like the glitter shades are they're not pigmented enough for me. I feel like they're very sheer. Just not quite what I'm looking for, but the matte pigments are so good. I will say that the white and the yellow are not as great as some of the deeper pigments. These can look a little patchy and a little streaky, but the deeper colors like the reds and the oranges and the greens and the blues are fantastic. They really are just so incredibly beautiful. Now these are safe for both eyes, face, and lips, so you can mix this in with a lip gloss or lip balm to make a custom lip color. You can use them as blushes, you can use them as eyeshadows. They're so good, and $7 a piece is kind of insane, especially for the quality that you're getting. I adore these. I have them in every matte color available. They're so good. I also wanted to talk about the Profusion Metachrome loose pigments. So Profusion came out with a collection, I want to say a couple months ago. They came out with their Metachrome collection. Now I did do a dedicated video on that entire collection. I really adore the entire collection. Everything from the eyeshadow palette to the pigments, everything was really gorgeous. They came out with like duochrome eyeliners and stuff as well that were fantastic. Now this stuff is still available on the Profusion website, but you can also pick this stuff up at Walmart as well. Now these pigments, they come in sets of 2, so you get 2 different colored multi-chrome pigments for $15, which is kind of a steal when it comes to multi-chrome pigments. Multi-chromes are incredibly expensive to formulate, so they're expensive to sell as well. A lot of times for just a single multi-chrome, you're going to pay anywhere from like $16 to $18, sometimes even upwards of $21. So this is a really fantastic price. Now you don't get a ton of product in here, but they are so nice. They're very pigmented. A little bit goes a very long way. Tip for use though, if you're going to use these, I highly recommend that you put down a glitter glue or some kind of sticky tacky base, because these are not going to stick to to bare skin. You really need to make sure that you put something down that's sticky, give them something to stick to. If you guys want to see these in action, I will link the Metachrome video in the description box below as well. These were so fantastic, literally. And I didn't know exactly what to expect from these, because Again, they're super affordable, and a lot of times when drugstore brands tell you something is a duochrome or multichrome, it's really kind of not. It's just kind of like slightly shifty, but these really are true multichrome pigments. They're stunning. They come in 2 different color combinations, so you can get a blue and a green, and then you get a really gorgeous kind of like fiery orangey copper one. They're fantastic. I think there's a purple one as well. These are so good. If you've been curious about multichromes but a little hesitant to spend, you know, buco bucks on one, definitely check these out. That way you can kind of get a feel for how they look on your eyes, how you like to play with them, or if they're even worth, you know, spending that big money on. These are a really great stepping stone, like dipping a toe into the multichrome pool. These are so fantastic. So happy that I picked these up. I know $15 seems like a lot of money for 2 pigments, but y'all, multichromes really are so expensive, and those are really great quality. Face palettes. So this one I wasn't gonna talk about, but I love these 2 palettes so much I figured I'd do a quick little segment on them. So I have 2 different face palettes that I want to talk about. One is a little bit more high-end and the other is very affordable. So the first one is the Ofra Face It Midi palette. So this is the Face It Light. It is an absolutely stunning trio. You have a bronzer, a contour, and a highlight in here. Of course, Ofra is very well known for their highlights. This one is in the shade Star Island, and it is the most gorgeous kind of soft gold, icy kind of color. I love it so much. The reason that I put this palette in today's video is because I reach for this thing continuously. I love all of the tones in here. Like I said, the highlight is fantastic, but I also really enjoy the bronzer. It's warm, but not too warm. It doesn't pull like super red or orange on my skin. The contour color is perfect, especially for my skin tone. It is just the right amount of gray and shadowy that it goes on the skin. And the Ofra powders really just are super high quality. It's a very dry powder, but it goes on and it blends absolutely effortlessly. Now this full retail price is $35, which I know is a butt ton of money for this teeny tiny little palette, but I picked this up off of the BoxyCharm website, off the BoxyCharm drop shop, and only paid 12 bucks for it, and I think it is worth $12 all day long. Really fantastic. Also, the packaging is super cute, really gorgeous, kind of like heavyweight plastic packaging. I adore this thing, and this is perfect for travel, especially if you like. I'm hoping and praying that I get to go on a vacation this year, and trust and believe I will be packing this thing. Instead of having to pack separate bronzers, contours, and highlights, I can just put this in my makeup bag and be on my way. It is fantastic. I love this thing so very much. The next face palette is from W7. Now W7 is a UK-based drugstore brand. They are incredibly affordable, but really great quality. They are pretty much a dupe brand. So think of like Elf and things like that, but over in Europe, I guess. These are so good. This is the Sculpt Power Cheek and Face Palette. So packaging is actually really cute. I love this kind of graphic on the front. It almost looks like a comic book strip. Super cute. You do get a mirror in here, and then this is your colors. So you have a really gorgeous kind of very neutral kind of pinky blush. You have a bronzer and a kind of more neutral, cooler toned contour color. And then you have a really beautiful, super gorgeous kind of like champagne-y highlight. They're just pretty. They're pretty. They're easy to use. I just like them. And then on top of that, this is incredibly affordable. You can get this entire palette off of Amazon for, how much is it? $7.56, which is just wow. Even if you wanted to buy each of these things individually, you still would end up spending way more than that. Also, the pan sizes in here are really gorgeous. This is supposed to be a dupe for one of the Benefit like Hoola bronzers, things like that, the Hoola palettes. This is a dupe for that, and quality is really fantastic. Again, it is so easy to use. I love the tones in here. Everything I need is in just one place, and especially if I want to travel or if I'm on a rush, a face palette is usually going to be the thing that I reach for, because I just don't have to think about it. It's easy. Everything is in one spot, and it's just easy. Just kind of bang it on your face and get out the door. This is fantastic. talking about powder blushes. Powder blushes for me this year have been kind of like I haven't found a ton of them that I couldn't live without. I do have two to talk about. The first of which being this one right here. This is probably my favorite blush find of the year. This is the Lorac Ultraviolet Color Source blush. It is absolutely the most beautiful purple blush I have in my entire collection. I adore the packaging. Now, Lorac is a pretty swanky brand. They're fairly expensive. This blush just by itself goes for, yeah, 19 bucks, which is kind of stupidly, ridiculously expensive for a blush product, especially seeing as there are so many fantastic quality bronzers out there at the drugstore for a fraction of this price. But this color is just, I cannot get over it. Now, I did not pay full price for this. I did pick this up off of the BoxyCharm drop shop. I paid $9 for this. Again, I would pay $9 for this all day long. The color is just so incredibly special to me. It's like the perfect mix of purple and lilac. And a lot of times when it comes to purple blushes, they go on the cheek and they look so pink, right? So you lose that whole specialness that comes from a purple blush, and it just looks like you have a pretty pink blush on. This stays purple on the cheeks, but it's not like Barney purple. It just looks like a really beautiful purple flush on the cheeks. I adore a purple blush, and this is the best one that I have tried. It is absolutely fantastic. And then the other blush that I wanted to talk to you guys about is this one right here. So this is the Ucanbe 5-color blush palette. This is fantastic. I got this off of Amazon for $11.99. Yeah, for $11.99 you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different blushes in here. They are full-sized blushes. They're stunning. I love the formulations in here. I love the colors that they that are in this stack. So you have this first one, which is a really beautiful kind of like corally fuchsia color. Then you have this one, which is a stunning like bubblegum baby Barbie pink. Then you have this one, which is the most beautiful like peachy coral orange shade. This is my favorite blush color out of the entire stack. I use it continuously. It is my go-to when I want something very warm and peachy. So pretty. This does translate more peach on the cheeks than it does orange, but it just is so pretty. On top of that, the actual formulation is just so pretty. They're so soft. They're like very silky. It's not a super dry powder, but it's not a super moisture super moist formula either. It's like right there in between, and it's absolutely perfect. I adore it so much. It's almost like a cantaloupe color. So pretty. And then you have a kind of like deeper more I want to say this is more of like a purpley toned pink. And then last but not least, you have something that's a little bit more mauve-y and a little bit more neutral. All in all, this thing is fantastic. Again, this would be perfect for any kind of travel situation because you've got all your colors. It's super teeny tiny, not going to take up a ton of room in your makeup bag. This is fantastic, and it is $11.99 if you were to buy, because they're full-size blushes. So if you were to buy each one of these colors separately, you would spend at least at least 10 bucks a piece. So I mean, you're getting a killer deal here with really great quality, really great colors. This is just fantastic. I have been exploring the brand Ucanbe quite a bit this year, and I am very much enjoying everything that I have tried. Let me know if I should do a full face of Ucanbe, because I found a couple of other products that I'm like wanting to test out, but I just need a reason to do so. Y'all give me that reason to go spend money I shouldn't. The next category I want to talk about, let's talk about brows. Brows was another category this year that I really just haven't found too much that I couldn't live without, but I do have two standout products that like I use literally every single day. The first of which is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. Guys, this is fantastic. It is phenomenal. I have very thick, very kinky, very curly hair. My eyebrows are no different. They are very unruly. They're stubborn. They want to go where they want to go, and this just kind of like whips them into shape. All it is just a very thick kind of clear gel. All I do is take my spoolie, kind of tap it in there and brush it through my brows. It's stunning. It gives you a very flexible, very movable hold. It doesn't dry down and make your brows feel crusty or crunchy. It is a very comfortable, very strong hold brow glue. It does move, and it is not like the longest lasting thing, but it does like stick your brows up. Like if you're trying to go for that laminated effect, this is going to do that for you. But if you're looking for something with even more like holding power and even more lasting capabilities, y'all, this thing is freaking fantastic. The e.l.f. brow lift goes for $6 a piece. This, however, this is the Got to Be Glued Ultra Hold Styling Gel. This is just the 1.25 fluid ounce container of it. There is quite a good amount of product in here. Guys, this thing is $2.99. Walgreens, Walmart, wherever, any drugstore in your neighborhood, they're gonna have this. I love how teeny tiny it is. It just fits right up here on my desk. There is a ton of product. I literally used the teeniest, tiniest amount of this when I use it in my brows. I just kind of put the tiniest bit of it right onto the back of my hand and then dip my spoolie into it and brush it through my brows. It sets really, really fast. Not like so fast that you don't have time to fix your brows, but it does dry down quickly and completely. Now this is going to crunchify your brows. It is going to crunchify your brows. Like they're going to be up and they're not going anywhere. But I tell you what, it is so perfect, especially because it is not like easily water soluble. So if you're going swimming, if you are going to be outside and you're going to be sweating, touching your face, this is perfect. The e.l.f. brow lift is fantastic, but it is not going to hold up to water or sweat. This is going to hold up, y'all, you could put this on before a tornado or a hurricane, and afterwards your brows would still slay. Like it's not going anywhere. It is fantastic. So if you're looking for something that is kind of indestructible when it comes to like waterproofing your brows, this is it. It's going to do it for you. And it's $2.99. Super, super affordable. Love it so much. As for primers, I have a couple I want to talk about. I did find quite a few kind of amazing primers this year. The first of which is this thing right here. So this is from Makeup Revolution. This is the Revolution Pro Blur Stick Bright. Basically what this is just a big old stick of pore filling primer. It is fantastic. You want to talk about, I love the application of this as well. It is super easy to just kind of run all over your face, and then I go in and I blend it out with my fingers. I love this. It does add a little bit of a glow. It's not like super mattifying because this is the brightening one. It does add a little bit of a glow to the face, but it fills in the pores. It smooths out the complexion. It's fantastic. It is a little bit expensive. This thing is $15, but you get a butt ton of product in here. Like this is heavy. This is heavy. This is a big, big stick of product, and it actually works. And one of my favorite pore filling primers is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I adore this stuff, but it is discontinued and it's getting really, really difficult to find. And I find that this one works almost as well, and it is again very like highly accessible. You get a ton of product in here. This stuff is so freaking good. I also really fell in love with the NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer. I think part of this is novelty and part of this is performance. I just love this stuff so much. It's basically a like jelly. I just love the texture of it. But it feels so beautiful on the skin. It basically just kind of like instantly melts into the skin and gives your face a really beautiful splash of hydration. It also leaves just a little bit of sticky tackiness on the face to really grip on to makeup. And I don't know that it like smooths or blurs, but y'all, it just feels so nice on the skin. This one goes for $17, so it too is just a little bit expensive, but there's lots of really beautiful like skincare ingredients in here as well. I really, really enjoy this one. It's fun to use. It feels fabulous on the face. Now the last two are they're just good. They're just good. The Wetnwild Impossible Primer, it's one of my favorites at the moment. Guys, this stuff does everything. 9 times out of 10 when I do my makeup, I'm using at least 1 or 2 different primers. I usually use one to hydrate, and then I use one to fill in pores, things like that. With this, it is a one-stop shop. You just put it on and go. And I love that about this. On top of that, it is incredibly affordable. So this is the Wetnwild Impossible Primer. It says the one silicone-free primer that does it all. I love that it's silicone-free as well. It says it mattifies, it hydrates, it blurs pores, and it preps skin for lasting makeup. It is silicone free. It is fantastic. It doesn't have a smell. It goes on. It feels really beautiful on the skin. It feels, it almost has like a gel like fluffy kind of consistency, but then the minute you start to rub it into your skin, it just melts into this really beautiful, like super hydrating feeling kind of water gel cream kind of thing. It's fantastic. I love it so much. And this goes for, it's $7.49. $7.49. You get 0.84 you get almost a full fluid ounce of product. So you get a good amount of product in here. A little bit is going to go a long way for you. It's fantastic. Love it so much. And then last but not least is this one right here. This is the Flower Beauty Skin Smoothie Radiant Glow Primer. I wasn't going to talk about this one, but I enjoy it so much I figured I'd just throw it in here. This goes for $12. It's fantastic. It gives you a really beautiful glow and like gloss to the skin. Feels incredibly hydrating. It smells beautiful. It smells very light and fragrant. It's like fruity floral, but not like perfumey. It's fantastic. It smells beautiful. It feels wonderful on the skin, and it leaves your skin with such a healthy looking, gorgeous kind of glow to it. I often find myself just putting a little bit of this on even if I'm not putting makeup on, just because it does give my skin such a gorgeous kind of finish. It is so pretty. I can't get over it. And for $12, I don't think that's too much to ask. The next, highlights. So I only have 2 highlights to talk about this year, or so far this year. Highlights are one of those things that there are so many really gorgeous, beautiful highlights out there. I feel like it's fairly easy for any brand to make a passable highlight at this point. It's like blush, right? Everybody makes a good blush. It's really difficult to make a crappy blush. And when it comes to highlights are, as long as they don't have big chunky craft glitters in there, any highlight's a good highlight. But there were 2 this year that really just kind of knocked my socks off, and both of them are from ShopMissA. So the first of which is the Everglow highlight from ShopMissA. This is $1.88. The packaging is fantastic. I love the packaging. You definitely don't feel like this only costed $1.88. This looks like something that you would definitely pick up off the shelves at Walmart and spend at least $10 for. It's fabulous. I have this one in the shade Twilight. It does come with a full-size mirror, and then this is your product. You get a great amount of product in here. I love the pan embossing. It's a really pretty little flower in there, and when I tell you this is so beautifully icy and glowy and insanely gorgeous, it is just everything I want a spectacular highlighter to be. It is not texture enhancing. It just goes on and it looks so beautifully glowy and gorgeous, and I just love it so much. So yeah, $1.88. It literally knocked my socks off. I can't get over it. And then this one right here. This is just this color specifically. Now I did talk about this highlight last year. I discovered this highlight last year, but this color in particular I ordered a couple of months ago, and I have used it so much, almost non-stop since then. This is the ShopMissA Glow Within highlight in the shade Kawaii, and it is the most stunning purple freaking highlight. It is insane. It is insane. It is oh, I'm flustered. I love it so much, it's flustering me. This is such a beautiful, glowy purple highlight. Now, you know, purple highlight could be very scary. I know often a lot of people really are just not into the colored highlight thing, but y'all, when I tell you this goes on and it's not like a stripe of purple on the skin. It just gives you the most gorgeous kind of glowy purple sheen. There's no big cast on the skin. Nothing like that. It just goes on and it looks so incredibly gorgeous on the skin. It is so dimensional and glowy, and I just love it so much. Both of these are, I could not recommend them to you any more highly. Like, they are fantastic. They're both $1.88. They're both worth at least 10 times that amount. They're so fantastic. If you have not played with any ShopMissA products, guys, you are missing out, because ShopMissA really is, they have so many really fantastic products. I can't get over it. And for insanely affordable prices as well. So we just did highlight. Now let's do like bronzer and contour. For contour, I have a couple of different options. And then for bronzer, I only have two. So let's do contour first. So the first contour is this one right here. This is the Creme Shop 123 Smile Cream Contour Palette. I found this on Amazon, and especially towards the beginning of this year, I was really on a mission. How did my under eyes look? Guys, I've had my makeup on for like, what time is it right now? It is 10:16 in the evening. I've had my makeup on since 9 o'clock this morning, so my under eyes are starting to crease. I am tired and definitely ready for bed, but my makeup's been on for like 12 hours at this point. Over 12 hours. Don't ask me to do math. I am too tired for that, but I think I still look really, really nice. Maybe I'm looking a little bit glowy, but still looks pretty good. So Cream Contour Palette. It's $8 off of Amazon. It's $7.99. You get 3 different contour shades in here. You can tell my palette is very, very much loved. It is my favorite contour on the planet. I love how customizable this is. So you get a light shade, a medium shade, and a little bit of a deeper shade. These are true contour colors. They are super cool toned, almost gray, but they go on and they sheer out beautifully, incredibly pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. I really, really adore these. I have it both in the light shade and the medium shade. They're fantastic. If you are looking for a true, like, cool toned contour palette, because honestly, there's not much like this at the drugstore. So if you're looking for a true cool toned contour palette, just trying to like play and learn how to contour your face, learn your angles, things like that, this is such a fantastic, fantastic option. So good, so affordable as well. For $7.99, you're not going to find anything else like this anywhere else that's even going to like remotely compare to both the quality and value of this palette. It is fantastic. Okay, so the NYX Wonder Contour Stick, guys, this is one of my favorites of all time. I cannot tell you, at this point, I think that I have repurchased this 3 times. And this is my 3rd one, and like I'm almost done with it. How much do I have left? Yeah, so that's all I have left of it. I have mine in the shade light medium. Yeah, light medium. Guys, this is fantastic. This is nowhere near as cool toned as the Creme Shop palette, but it is a very natural, very, like, it has more of that neutral kind of cool undertone to it. It blends beautifully on the skin. It gives shape and definition while also adding just a touch of warmth to the skin as well. So if you don't necessarily want to look undead, this is going to be your next best option. It's fantastic. It is pricey. This stick goes for $14. You also get a cream highlight on the other side. Now, that's the only part about this product that annoys the crap out of me, because I don't touch the cream highlight. I am not a cream highlight kind of gal, so this side of the product always goes unused for me, and I always feel like I'm wasting product. I'm paying for product that I'm not going to use. So that bothers me quite a bit, which is why I went looking for other options. If you are just looking for something really easy that you can just pick up at the drugstore, this is a really, really great option if you don't mind spending 14 bucks on half a product. I mean, I do it because I really do enjoy it just that much. Beautifully pigmented, super creamy. It's going to last you for absolutely forever. But yeah, I just think it's a little bit overpriced. I wish that they would put more product, more of the contour on the other side, and just get rid of the cream highlight altogether, because that would just make this an incredible deal. Otherwise, it's really fantastic product. This thing right here. So this is the LYS. No, this is the Be Perfect. I meant to pick up the LYS. I don't even know where it went. So the LYS Cream Bronzer Stick is fabulous. It is available at Sephora. It is $20 a pop. It's fantastic. I have mine in the shade Harmony, as well as the No Limits Matte Bronzer. So this is the LYS No Limits Matte Bronzer. First of all, I adore the packaging on this. It's super gunky and gross because it is well loved by me. I use this thing all the time. I have mine in the shade Harmony. I think that this metallic rose gold mirrored packaging is so pretty. I also love the shape of it. It is very unique in my collection. I can't get over it. Can't get over how pretty it is. And then this is the actual bronzer. Again, I have this in the shade Harmony. My cream stick is in the same shade. It is a really beautiful red toned bronzer. It looks so beautifully sun-kissed on my skin. It looks so natural on my skin tone. This is just absolutely fantastic. You want to talk about a super velvety, kind of easy to use, just, oh, it is so, so good. It is so, so good. $20 is just a little bit expensive, but honestly, my L'Oreal Lumi bronzer is like $14 or $15. And that's a L'Oreal product. And this packaging is way, way better. So I adore this. Again, I didn't pay full price for this. I picked both my bronzer stick and my powder bronzer up off of the BoxyCharm drop shop. Of course, I think I paid like $6 a piece for each of them, 6 or 9. Definitely worth that all day long. These though I love so much that I would pay full price for them, because they just are so stunning. They're so good, and I think $20, especially for a brand that's available at Sephora, is a deal. Sephora, we all know, is the bougie Ulta, and LYS is one of the most affordable brands available at Ulta. They're so good. I adore that brand. There is so much from that brand that I want to try. What's next? Let's talk about, okay, so I have a couple of cream products to talk about. So the Hard Candy Face Off products. So I have both a blush and a bronzer. Guys, these are phenomenal. They're liquid blushes and bronzers. I have my blush in the shade Born Yesterday. It is a really stunning kind of like poppy pink color. Super pretty. These have just a little bit of glow to them as well. They do dry down fully, but they leave the most radiant kind of flush on the cheeks. These are fantastic. And then I have the Hard Candy Face Off bronzer in the shade Honey Glazed. I freaking adore this bronzer so much. I love the tone. They blend out effortlessly. They're super creamy and easy to work with. They don't pick up product underneath them. They're just really good. These are super affordable as well. These go for $7.94 a piece. You get a good amount of product in here. They're beautifully pigmented, so a little bit is going to go a long way for you. I usually use 3 dots on each cheek, and it gets me all the pigmentation that I need. These are fantastic. They look great with blended out with both a brush and a sponge. These are awesome products. And then, as if these weren't affordable enough, I have a couple of products from ShopMissA. So these are the ShopMissA Venetian Romance Creamy Blush and Creamy Bronzer. I have this blush in the shade Duchess. It's just a really gorgeous mauvey, like purpley mauve kind of tone. You want to talk about some of the prettiest cream blushes I have in my entire collection. They are so incredibly pigmented and easy to work with. I love the texture of these. It is super thin and lightweight. It feels like nothing on the skin, but they are so pigmented. It's just insane. You do get it's a teeny tiny little pot, but I'm telling you, the smallest amount of this stuff, because it's so pigmented, is gonna go the absolute longest ways. And I love that these are only $1.88 a piece. And also the fact that they're so small means that you have a chance of actually using the entire product before it dries out and becomes unusable. So that makes me happy. I would rather repurchase something 1,000,000 times than purchase something twice and not be able to use it, and waste my money. You know what I mean? These are fantastic. They come in super cute little glass jars. So this was the blush in the shade Duchess. And then I have this bronzer in the shade Palace, and it is every bit just as good as some of my more expensive bronzers, as most of my more expensive bronzers. It goes on, it blends, and look how pigmented that is. They're fantastic. For $1.88 a piece, I did, of course, do a video on these. I will link that in the description box as well. I bought each color out of, I bought almost all the colors of the blush. Bought 2 out of the 4 colors of the bronzer. Guys, these are absolutely fantastic. Definitely something that when I run out of these, because I use these all the time, when I run out of these, I 100% will be repurchasing. They're just that good. They're delicious. Absolutely delicious. We are coming up on face products, and then I will release you. Let's talk about some concealers really quickly. So I have 3 concealers I want to talk to you guys about. Each one of these concealers, I I will die on these hills because they are so good. I have super dry skin. The skin on my under eyes is super problematic. It is dry, it is thin, it is papery, it is crepey, and it just cakes up so freaking easily. Seems like anything I put on my under eyes is just like it instantly turns to dust. But all three of these concealers really just are so fantastic. The first of which is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow concealer. I have mine in the shade Fair to Light. This is probably, it's fantastic. The coverage on this is insane. So this goes for, how much does this go for? This goes for $9.99. I think that is a super fair price. You don't get a ton of product in here. You get 5.6 mils. How much do you get in the Catrice one? 4.5. So you actually get a really good amount of product in here. Guys, this is fantastic. It also comes with a little sponge tip applicator, but it comes with a doe foot as well. So, you know, it's not like the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer where you have to twist it up and, you know, deposit it through the sponge. I love the fact that they gave you both a sponge and a doe foot applicator. It's fantastic. It smells like a tropical vacation. It smells like all of the other Butter Glow, Butter Glow products. It smells so good. It smells like coconut and beaches and sweet dreams. It is so fantastic. The coverage on this is amazing. It looks beautifully and like glowy on the under eyes. It is not drying or heavy or cakey or creasy in any way. It is a phenomenal concealer. Super brightening as well. This one is the Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer. This is, it is so good. So this concealer goes for $7. Yeah, so $7 full price. This actually is on sale at Ulta right now for $4.90. The Ulta summer sale is going on right now. I'm not sure how long it's going to last for, but I know there are a ton of different brands that are on sale right now. So if you're looking for, any new makeup, definitely go check it out. But this is the Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer. I have this in the shade C4. It is a perfect skin tone match for me. Absolutely perfect. This is one of those concealers that I use on a day where I don't want to put a full face of makeup on, but I just want to do a little bit of spot concealing, maybe correct a little bit of redness, conceal my under eyes just a little bit. This is my go-to for that. I keep this in my go bag because it, like, I never know when I'm going to need it, but this is such a perfect like all over concealer. It looks beautiful on the under eyes. It looks beautiful all over the face. It's got a really gorgeous, like, solid medium kind of coverage. It's buildable as well. It never looks heavy or cakey anywhere on the face, but specifically on the under eyes. It dries down to a really gorgeous, very natural skin finish. It's not super dewy, but it's not matte either. It is that perfect in between that really just looks like your skin, but just a little bit better. This is fantastic. And then last but not least, I have the Catrice True Skin Concealer, and this goes for $7 as well. Yeah, so this goes for $7 as well. I have this in the shade Swan. This is such a gorgeous concealer. Really beautiful coverage. Got very like high medium kind of coverage, but again, it walks that line between, it is super hydrating, really hydrating on the under eye, but it walks that line between, whereas the Physicians Formula looks very dewy and hydrating on the under eye, this one, it's not super dewy, but it's not like super, it's like nowhere near matte, but it's got that really gorgeous kind of like skin finish, but like a little bit hydrated. It's so pretty on the under eyes, super brightening as well. Just a really gorgeous concealer. Does everything you want a good concealer to do, and then some. It's just really good. And then I love the price point for it as well. $7 is a really great price for a concealer. The last thing when it comes to, well, I've got two more categories, and then we're almost done. So when it comes to foundation, I have three I want to talk about. The first of which is the Catrice True Skin Foundation. I ordered this off of Amazon. It's $10. I have mine in the shade 007 Cool Nude. It's fantastic. Again, does the same thing that the concealer does. It goes on, it gives you a really beautiful, slightly hydrated skin finish. It's got a beautiful amount of coverage. I'd say it's like a high medium kind of coverage. It really goes on and it just looks so natural and so gorgeous on the skin. I cannot get over it. Then I have the CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation. I freaking adore this stuff. It is, I would say it's kind of like a light medium coverage, nowhere near as much coverage as the Catrice, but it just goes on, it evens everything out. It's makeup that doesn't look like makeup. It doesn't look like when I apply this to my skin. I have the shade L3 and it is a perfect match for my skin tone. It goes on and it literally looks like I don't have any makeup on. It is so seamless on the skin. It melts in. It wears beautifully throughout the day. It is hydrating. It is just, it's long wearing. It's just a really, really beautiful, beautiful foundation. And then last but not least, I have the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. This goes for, how much do you go for? This goes for $6.75, anywhere from $6.75 to $9.12. The prices I found for this fluctuated, but again, super, super affordable. The Catrice was $10, and this is anywhere from $6 to $9. This one is the most expensive out of all of them. This one, the Illuminance Foundation, is $18. Yeah, anywhere from $18. It is on sale right now at Ulta for $12.50. $12.59. So this is the most expensive foundation in today's video, but it is so beautiful. It has I want to say like a light kind of buildable coverage, but it just goes on and it's like a perfecting skin tint. It is so glowy and so fresh and so hydrating looking. I would say that if you have more mature skin like I do, or even more mature, if you have super dry skin like I do, some of these, if you have like super dry skin, maybe even these won't be hydrating enough for you, but I guarantee you this will be. This is so fresh and glowy and gorgeous on the skin. I adore it. And especially when you're just trying to do a light makeup kind of day, this just goes on and it perfects everything. It corrects, you know, it just kind of gently hides a little bit of that redness. It makes your skin tone look nice and even, but it adds that like glow and like lit from within look to the skin that is actually really hard to find, especially in a drugstore foundation. This reminds me very, very much of my Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Foundation. It's just got that really gorgeous illuminated, very like elegant kind of glow. This looks so beautiful on the skin. Love it so, so much. And then we have powders, and I'm just not even, I've talked about these powders so many times. I'm not going to get into it too awful much. I do have three. Let's start with the most expensive, which is my Givenchy. This is the Prisme Libre, it's the Libre powder. I have mine in the shade Rose. It's fantastic, but it's $59 freaking. I did not pay for this. This was sent to me in exchange for my review. My review was fantastic because it is a fantastic powder. I really, really do enjoy this so, so very much. But I'll tell you one that I like even more, and that is my Moira powder. So I discovered this one $59, this one $12. So they are very, very similar. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but they're this like multicolored powders in here. So is this one. So this one has like a peach, a pink, and a purple. You want to talk about the most beautifully brightening, lightweight kind of powder. On top of that, this one is waterproof. So if you have watery eyes and struggle with kind of your under eyes getting destroyed by the end of the day, y'all, this is going to prevent that. Because it's waterproof, it locks in. It makes your under eyes invincible, and I love it so, so much. It is lightweight. It's not heavy or drying on the under eyes at all. It's waterproof, so it locks everything in. It doesn't move. It doesn't budge. It's just fantastic. It's quickly become my very, very favorite powder in my entire collection. And then a close second is going to be my Lottie London powder. So my Lottie London powder goes for $7 at Walmart. This is just the Lottie London Ready, Set, Go Loose Setting Powder. This is just in the shade True Translucent. It's fantastic. It's not waterproof, but y'all, when I tell you this is the most gorgeous, I mean, it's very similar to my Moira, not quite as brightening, but it just goes on the under eyes and it sets everything, but it's never heavy or cakey. It is just a really beautiful powder for a really, really affordable price point. guys, that is it for my middle of the year roundup. I would love to know in the comments below, do you guys agree like with what I've got going on here? Is there anything that you feel like I should have added to the video? Did I miss something? I thought I tried to make this list as comprehensive as I possibly could, but I'm not perfect, so maybe I do miss some things. But each and every item in today's video, they're so good. I stand behind everything that I've recommended. They're all really fantastic. Guys, I hope that today's video was helpful to you in some small way and at least a tiny bit entertaining. As always, the list of everything I talked about will be in the description box, along with the tags to all of my other social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. If you're not following me everywhere, you definitely should go do that. I post fun content every single day. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera playing with some fabulous kind of makeup. Hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.